let's move to the second question, which is, what was your plan B?
I'm not that person. Like I'm very risk taker and fighter, and fight for success, and it must happen. That's what I believe in.
Yes,
I don't believe in failures, because otherwise your target will be lower, and you will be less fighter, and you'll achieve less.
I can say that plan B to you was success.
Exactly. I'm there. I have to be there, and I have to success.
Nothing more than success.
Yeah.
Okay. The third question, is fluency more important than the ability to communicate?
English is a communication tool.
Yeah.
It's like a tool like writing, like anything. Like it's just communicate to transfer idea from your mind to other person's mind. That's it. If you are able to communicate, you will be success in Canada. I'm not sure about other countries, but in Canada, communication is the most important thing. Not the fluency, and not native speaking. Yeah. Because I'm fluent in English, but I'm not native speaker. Like when I speak with anybody here, they immediately knows I'm Egyptian right away.
So the ability to understand and to express your feeling or your ideas is the most important skill nowadays.
Exactly.
That's what I think. While teaching IELTS, the four skills, reading, listening, speaking, and writing, I always consider communication is the best or the most advantageous one of these skills. The fourth question, how many interviews did you go through in general?
For jobs, you can say like 7, 8.
How did you prepare yourself before any expected interview?
I usually it's the straight answer to this question, actually, to put myself in the other person who interviewed me shoe and start think in his position. Like, okay, I'm going to meet with somebody who will examine my ability to work with him. So what could the question asked from this guy to me, and expect it and start answering before I go. Sometimes I read online about tips and tips, and usually I Google everything. So it's part of my habit to just Google how interview goes and how to interview people and read some tips about it. But the expectation, that's the best, like to put yourself in the other person shoe and see what could be the questions and answer them before you go, and you will get good answers. And if it's immigration interview or some interview for IELTS or whatever, this has a process. You have to know the process. It's not like job interviews is different. Like everybody's different from each other. But if you go for immigration or for IELTS interview and this speaking, it's interview and speaking in IELTS. So that has a process, and you will know upfront what will be the process, as you have to know what you expect to be asked and how long you have to answer and what time.
This answer will help a lot of people to differentiate between the different kinds of interviews and how to deal with them.
Yeah, exactly. There are interviews that casual, and for formal interviews. There are some interviews like for a specific course or a specific program. If it's for a specific program like IELTS or immigration, you have to read about them, you have to ask people, and they have to see like some videos about how it goes, because you have a very clear process, timing, and everything planned.
Have you got some memories about these interviews, Mustafa? So either good or bad memories?
For interviews, I'll tell you a story. It's for my citizenship interview. It was in last December 2019. Before the hell happens, for the corona, and I was actually, you have to go for a written test first. That's the process for citizenship. You have to go for a written test, and based on the score, you go and meet and interview with the immigration officer. So me and my wife together. We was very good prepared for the exam, and have go very confident that we'll pass this exam. It's done. We are going today to take the citizenship and to go home. So we went to the exam. Exam very simple, very easy. We have tons of questions similar to it, and it's whatever we read, it's there. I solved all the questions, and my wife solved it. We got quickly out of just. It's actually 30 minutes exam. We finished 15 minutes, and it's 20 questions, not that much long. and we get out and waiting, very excited to hear our results. And they called us, and I'm going to the officer, me and her, and she said to her like, "You passed, congratulations." And look at me, and I'm waiting to hear the same thing, like, "Oh, yeah, I'm very excited." And you failed. Oh shit! I failed.
How
Yes.
did this happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So
I
she
was
wasn't
very
joking with you?
No, it's real. I failed the exam for the citizenship first trial, and my wife passed. And it was like, I was depressed much, like happy for her, but depressed for myself. But actually, as a family, we will not be able to get the citizenship.
I'm not going to
until we
leave
are
this
there.
point, but we're going to take it in private, Mustafa.
Yeah. No, just listen. I didn't complete yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and they gave me another day for the exam, and I went again and prepared again, and I passed. I got 20 out of 20. First time I got 14 or something out of 20. She got 19, and I got 20 for 20 next trial. The good thing, here's a good thing in the story. If we pass the exam first time together, our ceremony for the citizenship will be in maybe Jan or February, something like, and it will be risky because we might go in COVID-19, and now all the ceremonies are
So
delayed.
it was something from God.
Yeah, because I passed the exam in the second trial, the officer said, "You got 20 out of 20 and you lost, you didn't pass last time, so I'll give you an option. Do you want to do the ceremony tomorrow?" I said, "What? Tomorrow? Are you serious?" She said, "Yes, I'm serious." "Yes, sure, I will go." And we done the next day of the exam, and we got the citizenship and became Canadian at that day. And it was very funny because if we pass together, it will not be. We may be not citizens till now.
By the way, Mustafa, you hold both nationalities?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Egyptian Canadian now.
But because some are going to ask this question later on.
I applied for the immigration in 2005.
Yeah.
So like 15 years from now, back in time, and a lot of things changed in the immigration process. So I advise anybody who would like to know the real steps and what to do in immigration to read. I can share the link of that website on your page, Basim, or with
It
you,
will
and you
be
can
very
share it.
helpful.
And that's the website has everything. They are very detailed. Here in Canada, everybody's communication over the websites and over the government communication is very detailed and very, very clear.
Yeah.
So you need to spend some time, read everything there, and you will know everything. Like you don't even need to have to hire a lawyer to just apply for you or immigration consultant. But you need to spend time. It needs some efforts. It's not easy. It's long and in many cases, but you have to spend time to read and study it. My steps, it was like I have to apply first for immigration, but I used that time. I don't know about what to do and what websites to go, and information was very less that time, not like now. So I went to an immigration office in Sharjah in Emirates and applied through it. They applied my application, and after that I got a file number, and after the file number they request some updates on the file, like because I got new kids and changed my position in the company and some stuff like that. Then I went to the IELTS exam. Actually, I went to the IELTS exams 4 times.
Four times.
Yeah.
Let's move to one of the Arabic questions. Number 7 says, the level of culture and awareness in Canada or Canadian people, how much should we do? What efforts could we do to reach that level? It's a good question and a complicated one. مقدار الثقافة والوعي في كندا محتاجين قد إيه عشان نوصل له؟
اتفضل هجاوب السؤال ده بالعربي لأن شوية فيه social communication.